What is up, everyone? Today is Tuesday, which means that it's time for another live Q&A. As always, I'm your host, Paul J. Lipsky, here to answer any questions you might have about dropshipping onto different marketplaces like eBay and Facebook Marketplace. Recently, we started talking about TikTok Shop as well. So if that interests you, make sure to check out some of the videos that I have and then come to one of these live Q&As. I do them every single Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. And you can ask any questions you have, and I will do my best to answer them for you. As usual, in the description of this video are a ton of free resources for you. So definitely make sure that you check those out. I just realized the mic might be a little bit loud, so I'm just gonna drop the volume a little bit so I'm not blasting your eardrums. All right, that should be a little bit better. All right, so we have a ton of questions in the chat already, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. It's not gonna waste any more of your time. If you guys appreciate that, I would appreciate you giving the video a thumbs up. All right, Lego My Ego has a question, says, do you always recommend starting business with a credit card, then just paying it off? Are you also putting AutoDS and Zeek on a credit card as well, or have that coming out of another account? Yeah, so you always want to speak to like a CPA or a business attorney about this, about your specific situation. But generally what I do, or what I did was when I started, I didn't actually have a business set up. I didn't have an LLC. I didn't have a business bank account. I was doing everything under my own name. So I just had one credit card that I didn't use a lot, and I used that just for business. That way I knew all the expenses that were put on that card were expenses I only use for business. And by that included buying items, that included any of the software like AutoDS and Zeek, and any other costs involved as well. All went on that one card. Then I actually set up an LLC. I created a business checking account and got a business credit card. And then I put all my expenses on that one credit card. That's it. The important thing about this is that you want to keep your personal assets, your personal expenses, your personal bookkeeping separate from your business. So you just want completely separate credit card, ideally a separate bank account as well, just to stay really organized. And it's very clear what money is coming in to you personally and what money is coming in through the business, as well as the expenses as well. So yeah, that's the way I do it, just to stay organized. Lego says, which one do you think is more important to have when starting out, AutoDS or Zeek? I know both do different functions, or do you really need both? Yeah, you really need both. It's kind of like asking what's more important, having a car or having gas for the car. Like, you need both in order for the car to run. And it's pretty much the same with this. So Zeek is the software we use to help us find the products that we're going to be selling. And then AutoDS is what we use to actually list those products and to automate them. So if there's any price changes or stock level changes, those will be done for us automatically. But Zeek is a leading software when it comes to product research. And now I don't know a way of really doing product research without Zeek. So it really is necessary, I think. Lego My Ego says, do you have an Excel spreadsheet in your course that helps with going over your profit? Do you also go over when it's time to subscribe to a store to help you with profit and saving on fees? So I don't have a spreadsheet like that because AutoDS has that built in. So all the information that you would normally put into an Excel document, like how much you got paid for the item, how much your fees were, how much it cost you to buy the item, all that can be plugged into AutoDS. And I think it's a lot easier to do it that way. It's a lot more organized, a lot more user-friendly. So that's the way that I kind of suggest that you do it. Then, as for your second question, yes, I do have stuff inside the course that goes over when you should subscribe to a store to help with profit and saving on fees. So for those of you who don't know, on eBay, you actually pay less fees when you sign up for certain store subscriptions, but you have to do that at the right time. Otherwise, you end up paying more money than you need to. You actually end up losing money if you don't do it correctly. So inside the course, I tell you when is the best time to upgrade to a store and then upgrade to the next store as well. It's all kind of broken down for you inside the course. Frankie D says, you mentioned in your TikTok video that we should diversify. With that said, how would you break down in percentages your stores with regards to your income? So the income is almost irrelevant, Frankie. That really doesn't matter. So what I meant by diversify is you don't want to just be selling on one marketplace. You don't want to just be selling on eBay or just selling on Facebook or just selling on TikTok. This is a dropshipping system that you can learn and then apply to multiple different marketplaces and platforms. Like you can be on eBay, Facebook, and TikTok. One of them might do better than the others, but that's not really relevant which percentage more it's doing. What's more important is that you are showing up into multiple marketplaces and that you are trying new marketplaces as time goes on. A couple of years ago, even like a year ago, no one was dropshipping on TikTok Shop. Now it's a really hot, great place to be. So you need to continually be adapting and adding in these new marketplaces and adding in this new stuff. And that's really what's more important. And that's really what I meant by diversification. So Parker tried Facebook dropshipping about a year ago. It didn't work out for him. But he made some money on it, made all right money. But I've never entered the world of eBay dropshipping. Any tips or tricks? Yeah, I mean, broadly speaking, that's what I cover on this channel is lots of tips and tricks, how to get started dropshipping on eBay. You're going to find that a lot similar. So you're going to be able to take those skills and apply them to eBay. What you really want to master, what's a lot different is the product research. So make sure you learn Zeek, learn how to find the profitable products to sell on eBay, because that's going to be what's a lot different. And then learn optimization as well. Listing the products with good titles, that's going to make a big difference as well, especially on eBay. Zip my jacket a little bit. Hey, what's up, Cred? Thanks for coming by. I know you don't have any questions, but glad you're here. Glad you're taking notes. All right, Oscar says, Amazon has recently been automatically canceling my orders. Not all of them, but some of them. Have you ever experienced this? I'm not sure why that might be happening. What could be happening is that there are some items that you can't, there's a limit on how many times you can buy them per month. And it's kind of like a silent limit. eBay doesn't tell you about it. Sorry, Amazon doesn't tell you about it. But you'll see this happening where they'll just start canceling your orders, not really tell you why. So those are called like Amazon buying limits. That could be what it is. Honestly, the easiest thing to do is to just delete those items from your store, or you would have to create multiple Amazon stores to be able to fulfill all of them. So Frankie says, if you're doing TikTok Shop, do you need a monthly Shopify subscription? Yeah, so the way we sell on TikTok Shop. So a lot of you are familiar with AutoDS. I talk about it on this channel. It's like the backbone of my eBay dropshipping business and what I recommend for setting up a dropshipping store on eBay. And that can also integrate with Shopify. And then Shopify integrates directly with TikTok Shop. So by using kind of like this daisy chain, we're able to automate or sync up AutoDS with Shopify, and then Shopify is synced up with TikTok Shop. So you would need an active subscription on Shopify, but you don't really need an expensive plan because you're not doing much with it. It's just kind of like a middle piece in there. Tyler says, is it easy to connect Shopify to TikTok Shops? Is it fully automated? Yes and no. So this was the biggest struggle that I had when it came to setting up TikTok Shop dropshipping. It's something I'm going to talk about when I make a video or tell you guys more about TikTok Shop. I'm going to go into this because this was the biggest struggle for me. It literally took me a couple weeks to get my TikTok Shop fully set up. And the reason is because it's kind of deceitful, because there is a very easy, application that Shopify has that connects Shopify up with TikTok Shop. So you do that, you think they're connected, and they are, but there are additional steps you have to do to actually get your products onto TikTok Shop. And then after I did that, I was like, why is nobody buying my items? Why are my items not even getting seen? And then I discovered when I went on a friend's phone, I found my item on TikTok Shop and I realized I couldn't even buy it. So there was another thing I had to change to actually make it so people were able to purchase my items on TikTok Shop. So this is why it took me literally a couple of weeks just to set up my TikTok Shop, drop shipping, the whole system, because there were so many of these little things that people don't talk about. People aren't like revealing on YouTube how to do that stuff. And it was kind of something that I had to figure out on my own. So I got it all set up eventually, but it's not as easy or straightforward as it seems. Not at all. Okay, Health Coach says that they have a customer on eBay who claim they never received their item, but when they look on AutoDS, it says the item was delivered with tracking number. So it sounds like you use auto ordering with AutoDS. So in that case, you want to go to the order on AutoDS and you can actually raise a ticket about it. So you want to click on that and say, hey, the customer says they never got it. All right. And then see what happens, see what they come back with. Sometimes Amazon will just refund you, but if they don't, then you can just pass along to the customer, hey, we have a tracking number, it shows it was delivered, and then that's the end of it. If they have a return, you can accept the return, but say they have to send the item back because they opened up the wrong thing. They should have opened up an item not received case. So you can accept a return and say you have to ship it back, and then call eBay and say, hey, look, they opened the wrong thing. They're not going to ship it back because they're claiming they don't have it. But we know that they do have it. So can you just close this in my favor? Amazon knows we drop ship from them. Amazon knows that we use them as a drop shipping supplier and they allow us to do it. But if you use Amazon Prime, they'll shut down your Prime account. So that's the only limitation. So to get around that, what we do is we have an Amazon account that's tax exempt, and we only sell items from that are over $35 because you get free shipping anyway. For items under $35, if you wanted to sell those, you could set up auto ordering in AutoDS because AutoDS has enough Prime accounts where they are able to handle it. So if you have items that are under $35, the only way to really do it is to set up auto ordering through AutoDS. Can you automate your TikTok shop through wholesalers? No. I would not use wholesalers with TikTok shop because with TikTok shop, you have to ship your items out within 3 business days. You have to have a tracking number uploaded, scanned in the system within 3 business days. So wholesalers can sometimes ship out a little bit slow. Some of them are really great. But honestly, the best thing to do is just use these extremely reputable suppliers that ship out quickly. Because that is really, you don't want to get in trouble with TikTok Shop in terms of shipping out items late. Not at all. You guys have a lot of questions about TikTok Shop. And I got a lot of great feedback about that video that I made on Sunday about TikTok Shop. So I think I'm going to definitely follow up on that and put together some training for you guys about TikTok Shop because obviously you guys are really interested in it. But let me know if that would interest you as well. Because I'm thinking about putting that together. You nailed it, Frankie. So Frankie said, do you dropship onto Amazon using AutoDS? I feel that Amazon presents the best velocity of sales, but their playground to play on has a lot of rules. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Frankie. I agree with you 100%. Amazon is huge. They have a lot of sales, but man, it is so difficult to work with them especially as a drop shipper. And I obviously did it for years. So I can attest to the fact that it's a great place to sell, but I can also attest to the fact that it is a huge headache and they're really strict with their rules. And they got to a point where it just didn't seem sustainable to drop ship on Amazon. So for me, drop shipping on Amazon is out. There are certainly ways to make it work. I certainly know people like students of mine who took my Amazon course years ago and are still doing it. And that's like the only thing they're doing because it works so well, but it's like, it's a hustle to keep it up and to keep Amazon happy. I'm not sure. David says he wants to sell on TikTok Shop, but his country is not supported. But he has a U.S. company registered with a U.S. address, an EIN. Can he use that to sign up for Shop? Yeah, I'm honestly not sure. You may not be able to, because a lot of times they will verify not only the business, but also who you are. And they might ask for like a copy of your ID to do that. So if you're not in the United States, that might be an issue. RX Rob says, do you have any thoughts about TikTok being banned in the United States? Yeah, it's something I'm keeping a close eye on. It's, one of the reasons why I'm even hesitant to make more videos about TikTok Shop, because we're going to kind of wait and see what happens. So for those of you who don't know, there was a bill that passed one of the houses, right? So it's working its way through, and they're trying to ban TikTok from the app stores in the United States. So, the iOS App Store and Google Play Store. And the reason for that is because they think that they don't like all this Chinese owned companies' software being on pretty much everyone's phone. Do I have thoughts about it? Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts about it. This is not something that I'm a fan of. I don't like this type of regulation by the government. I believe in free markets. I believe they exist for a reason. And that's part of what has made this country so economically great, are those free markets. And even stifling foreign competition, I just never think is a good idea. So I'm not a huge fan of it. I also think it's a bit silly because, they're just, it just seems almost like a bit disingenuous and a bit silly. Like there's such bigger problems for them to be worrying about, I think. And for them to kind of focus on this as kind of like one of those vanity causes just to kind of make themselves look good. Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts about it. But overall, I'm hoping that it doesn't go through and it doesn't pass. We just don't know. And then if it does go through, I'm hopeful that someone will buy it. Mr. Wonderful said that he wants to buy it. So that would be pretty cool, I guess, as long as someone has it. I just don't see it going away. I think it's just a bit ridiculous to kind of make the whole thing just go away like that. Obviously, even if they ban it, people in the United States will still be able to use it because we're smart and we know how to get around those things, but it's just going to be a lot harder, and the average consumer isn't going to be able to use it. So it's definitely gonna hurt, right? If you're doing TikTok Shop, it's definitely going to hurt, but we'll roll with the punches. We'll figure it out, and we'll see what happens. You can only, there's only so much that we can control, right? And this is not something that we can control. Yeah, you can contact your representatives and try to tell them to vote otherwise. They're still going to do whatever they want to do most of the time. So we just got to roll with the punches. We just got to see what's happening. And then this is what I was talking about with the diversification, right? Because if you are all in on TikTok Shop and it goes down, well, now what? That's all you had. But if you were also on eBay, you were also on Facebook, maybe you're also on Amazon, then it hurts a lot less because you have that diversification. So maybe that's the takeaway from the whole thing. No, I don't source from Kohl's at all. Nope. Is there a setting for that? I'd imagine there's a setting for that. So AutoDS, so what Shinzo is saying is that when he bulk imports items onto AutoDS or using AutoDS, he wants the titles to automatically be truncated below 80 characters, because on eBay, you're only allowed to have titles that are 80 characters long. He says AutoDS isn't allowing me to import because the titles are over 80 characters. I don't bulk import, so I haven't encountered this myself, but I would imagine in the supplier settings on AutoDS, there would be an option for that, or maybe in the bulk import settings, but I'm not sure about that. Sweet. Glad to see that. How to ship a product that I dropship on eBay from Amazon without paying. You want to get the item for free? You can't get items for free and then dropship them. I'm not sure what you mean by that, actually. Yeah, actually, so sounds like Lorenzo wants to sell some appliances on eBay, like appliances you have at home. So you want to know if you need a scale so you can calculate the shipping charges. Yeah, you would. Actually, I've never really sold anything on eBay except for drop shipping items. So actually, like, I don't even know what the whole process is like, but I know you would have to measure it and you would have to weigh it as well. Yeah. All right. Apo's here says, are there any updates on your Dropshipping Titans course? I joined your course in 2021. It's really great. I almost do it as a full-time thing right now. Thank you, Dropshipping Titans from Southeast Asia. First man, thanks for letting me know that. Always love hearing about student successes. Yes, if you joined in 2021, it's been updated since then. I update it every single year, at least somewhat, or at least the parts that need to be updated. This year's update will be coming in the next probably 30 days or so. I'm actually in the process of recording them, and they'll be updated probably by the end of April, I would say. If you have a TikTok go viral, can it explode in sales? Yeah. So this is what's wild about TikTok. So TikTok has done something genius with TikTok Shop, because normally when you're selling on any marketplace, you're really limited in how you get customers. Usually it's just organically, and by organically I mean good titles, good photos, things like that. And then there's some paid ways to do it as well. But TikTok has done something genius here, because they've linked up Shop with TikTok itself, the videos. So now anyone can make videos. You can make videos about your own products, or you can have affiliates make videos about your products. So if I make a video saying, oh my gosh, I just got this amazing mug. It is so cool, and it makes my tea stay warm for a really long time. You can buy it at the link below. You can click right here. If someone clicks that and buys that, that could be your product that they're buying. And that video may go super viral. So now they've combined the virality, is that the right word? Virality of TikTok videos with a sales channel. It's genius, so smart. And it's something that no one else has really replicated. And many places can't do it. So Amazon has something similar. So you can make videos about products on Amazon and upload them into Amazon and make money off of it. It's like the Amazon Influencer Program. And that's great, and that works well, but it doesn't have that added benefit, which is that people don't go to Amazon just to watch those videos, right? But people are going onto TikTok to watch videos, and then they get served up these videos that recommend these products, and those videos can go viral. So it is really, really amazing to see. And what's really cool about it is that if you just get one video to go viral, whether it's a video you made or an affiliate made, and that one viral video can make your store. And I'm seeing that happening where new sellers are coming onto TikTok Shop. They're not really making great progress, or, they're making okay progress, keeping things going. And then they have a video like that go viral and their sales just take off. It's just insane to see it. Yeah, fees on Amazon, fees everywhere. Does a niche on TikTok matter? There's some niches you want to stay away from. But I wouldn't say there's like one specific niche that you should be selling on TikTok Shop. Yeah, there's always going to be sales tax when selling on eBay. Hear about Temu? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? Did you hear about Temu? What about it? Vine was so good. I don't know why that went. I remember Vine. Vine was like wholesome TikTok, I feel like. Like what TikTok, I guess, was when it first started. It was like a bit more wholesome. Renzo says, can we sign up for an Amazon Associates account and buy our own items using our own Amazon links? Don't do that. Never do that. That is against Amazon's terms of service, and they will find out. I've read stories about it. They will find out, and they'll shut down your Amazon affiliate account. Can we still open up Facebook shops? You can, but you can't. It's not worth it. Facebook Shop used to integrate directly with Facebook Marketplace so that any items you had in a shop would show up on Facebook Marketplace, but that went away. It doesn't work anymore. So unfortunately, Facebook Shops just is a thing of the past. Again, diversification, right? If you had all your eggs in that one basket of TikTok Shop, that would have been it for you. But because you're also selling on Facebook Marketplace and eBay and maybe TikTok Shop and maybe Amazon, then you're in a better position because you have your hand in multiple baskets, or your eggs in multiple baskets. Frankie D suggested to AutoDS that they integrate with Mercari so that he could sell on Mercari. There's a lot of potential there. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people talk about drop shipping on Mercari. It's not something I personally have looked at. I'm always looking at new marketplaces, but there's only so much that I can do. So I have not tried Mercari myself. Maybe that will be next. I'm going to screenshot this, Frankie. Maybe I'll add that to my list of potential things to look at in the future, Mercari. And we'll see, because I've heard great things about it. Oscar, good question. Oscar says, I was trying to upload an item that was a pressure water. I don't even know if I can say that word on the stream. So we'll say pew pew. Trying to upload an item that had a pressure water pew pew, and I got Vero because of the word pew pew. Can I just edit it and delete that word and replace it with sprayer? I should be fine, right? Yeah, you should be fine. So what Oscar is talking about is eBay has what's called the Vero program, Verified Rights Owner Program. And what that does is there are certain brands on eBay that don't want you to use there's two parts of Vero. The first part is there's certain brands that don't want you to use their stock images and stock descriptions. So if you try to list one of those products with AutoDS, AutoDS is going to tell you, hey, this is a Vero brand. You probably shouldn't sell it. So for instance, Ninja is a Vero brand. They make blenders, Ninja blenders, I believe. Yeah. So if you try to list a Ninja blender, it's going to say, hey, don't sell this. And you should listen to that. But they also included on that words that are problematic. And pew pews are one of those words, right? If it shows up in a title, those are items that you can't sell. Let's just put it that way. You can't sell pew pews on eBay. But even if it shows up on the title, it increases the risk that you'll get flagged by a bot. Now, obviously, that word is used for other things as well. Like I've sold massagers on eBay that are sometimes called massage pew pews. But if you want to play it safe, I think it's a smart idea to change it to the word sprayer, because that would just kind of make it so that that's not even an issue at all. What do I think about the economy right now? I think that's outside the scope of this live stream in general. It is certainly a bit strange. It feels a bit strange right now, but we do see a lot of good things happening with the markets, with crypto. So I don't know. I'm also the wrong guy to ask about that. I just stay in my lane. I know drop shipping. I know e-commerce, and I can't control the economy, but I can control what I do in the economy. And this is what I do. I build businesses, I run them, and I help you guys build businesses as well. So that's my focus. That's my lane. Can I teach you guys about affiliate marketing? Maybe I'll do that one day too. I've made a lot of money with affiliate marketing. So, it's not exactly drop shipping, but I've made a lot of money with it. So maybe I'll teach you guys some stuff about affiliate marketing in the future. Do I need to make a sale on my new eBay account with something laying around the house before being able to drop ship on eBay? You don't have to do that. It helps. Yeah, it helps because it's called priming your eBay account. Renzo says, can we do free shipping from Home Depot or Walmart? Well, Walmart will be free over $35. Home Depot is sadly not a great supplier anymore because they don't really allow online returns. So yeah, I would stay away from Home Depot for the time being. It's weird. It's the same exact question from a different person. It's a question I don't actually get that often. It's kind of weird. No, you want to prime your eBay account. So really spend some time using it as a buyer. Don't want to list up items right away, and then you want to list up items nice and slowly. You don't have to sell some stuff around the house, but it helps. Do I do the two-step drop shipping? I don't do it. No. Two-step drop shipping is where you order the item. So let's say you're selling on let's say Amazon, for instance, and you're trying to be super clean with it. What you could do is when someone orders something from you on Amazon, you can buy it from whatever your supplier is, get it to your house first, and then ship it directly to the customer. Two-step. It certainly works. I made that video about doing it from Temu because Temu doesn't like drop shipping, so you can kind of cover that up by just shipping to one address, which is your address. And I did that based on some information I got from some friends who do it, but I don't do two-step myself. And no, I don't use anything like this. The only eBay ads worth using are promoter listings. Yeah. Well, for my products, I just copy what's on the supplier's website. What e-commerce business do you have currently? Well, do you mean where do I drop ship? Well, the places I drop ship are eBay, Facebook, TikTok Shop. Oh, well, sorry. Okay. I don't know what your question was. Sorry, it wasn't satisfactory. I don't see any questions from you today. Maybe if you ask it again, I can try to give you a satisfactory answer. Well, I'm not seeing it. And I've reached the end of the questions, and we're at the half-hour mark. So unless we get one in the next 20 seconds, that is it for today's live stream. I appreciate you, Frankie, coming out, asking such great questions. I appreciate all of you coming out to ask great questions. I really appreciate it. So if you guys enjoyed the content, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the channel. I got some great stuff planned for you coming up really soon. Thank you. Yeah, so thanks all for hanging out. Thanks for the great questions, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye for now.